I used to think I had a pretty normal home life. Sure, my mom remarried a guy I wasn't super close with, but I never expected that the biggest issue with him would be basic hygiene. But oh, I was wrong. So wrong. My stepfather wasn't just messy, he was legendarily disgusting. A walking, talking health hazard. The kind of man who would dirty a room simply by breathing near it. Every morning before school, I'd walk into the bathroom and instantly regret being alive. The first assault. A wave of stale urine stench would hit me like a brick. That sharp, sour smell that clings to your nostrils. I'd look down, pee stains everywhere. On the floor, on the seat. Sometimes even on the side of the toilet like some kind of art installation. Then came the hair. Thick, black, curly clumps spread across the sink like fallen soldiers. Some stuck to the faucet, some glued to the soap. I swear he shed more than a husky in summer. And the worst part? The poop. The man would literally take a dump and just walk away. No flush, no water, nothing. Just a steaming brown insult waiting to greet the next unlucky visitor. Every single time. I begged my mom to talk to him. She tried. He promised. He lied. Nothing changed. And every morning I found myself cleaning a bathroom I didn't mess up, scrubbing his filth, wiping his bodily fluids, starting my day, angry, nauseated, and exhausted. 2. The emotional breaking point. It wasn't one big thing that broke me. It was the accumulation, the slow drip of disgust that eventually overflowed. One morning, I was kneeling on the bathroom floor, wiping someone else's pee off the tiles, my hands shaking with rage, my eyes burning with frustration, and something inside me snapped. Why was I cleaning up after a grown man? Why was I suffering because someone else refused to act like a functioning human being? Why was I paying the price for his laziness? I stood up and looked in the mirror. I was done. I wasn't his maid. I wasn't his janitor. I wasn't his cleaner. If he couldn't respect the shared space, then I wasn't going to respect his peace. It was time for revenge. 3. Small beginnings. The poop photos. I started light. Every time he pooped and didn't flush, I took my phone, snapped a picture, zoomed in, high definition, and sent it to my mom, with the caption, "Your husband did it again." She would cringe, she would scold him, he would grumble, but still, he didn't stop. Fine. If pictures weren't enough, I had other plans. 4. The toothbrush incident. It happened after the 15th time that week he left hair clogging the sink. I stared at those wet strands sticking to the counter like seaweed. The sight made my stomach twist with revulsion. Then I saw his toothbrush, and an idea bloomed. Slowly, methodically, I gathered every piece of hair, every clump, every strand, wrapped it around his toothbrush, brushing the bristles through the hair until it looked like a little fluffy wig. Then I rinsed it lightly, not enough to clean it, but enough to give it that just used look, and placed it back exactly where I found it. The next morning he walked into the kitchen looking confused. He said, "Why is my toothbrush always full of hair?" he muttered, scratching his head. I shrugged. "Maybe you're brushing wrong." Mom nodded seriously. "You should be more careful." He looked bewildered. I nearly laughed. But that was only the beginning. 5. The face cloth from hell. His face cloth, a once white square of fabric, was his daily companion. He used it after shaving, showering, washing his face. It was practically an extension of his body. So, naturally, it became my next revenge tool. Every time he left pee splattered across the floor, I wiped it with his face cloth. Every time he left soap scum and bath grime across the tub, face cloth. Bathroom tiles streaked with water and dirt after his bath, face cloth. When I was done, I'd neatly fold it, hang it back on his hook without washing it. Within a week, he was sniffing it suspiciously. He said, "Why does this face cloth smell off?" he grumbled. Mom shrugged, I shrugged, he frowned and walked away. 6. The 2-week transformation. It didn't take long for the magic to work. While he never figured out exactly what was happening, he felt something was wrong. His toothbrush tasted weird, his face cloth smelled strange, and the bathroom, well, suddenly he became extremely careful not to leave any mess. It was like watching a caveman evolve in real time. Even Mom noticed. She said, "You see, he's changing." I smiled. "Oh, he definitely is." For 2 glorious weeks, the bathroom looked like a completely different place. Clean, fresh, usable. My mornings became peaceful again. 7. Leaving for college. The victory. When I left for college, everything seemed perfect. My mom joked that I must have inspired him to be cleaner. If only she knew. But life moved on. I studied, made friends, lived drama-free, and honestly, I forgot about his habits. Until 8. Coming home, the relapse. I came home recently for a break, dropped my bags, said hi to Mom, walked into the bathroom, and instantly felt the déjà vu hit. Pee stains, hair clumps, soap scum, and the unmistakable horror: poop in the toilet. I stood there in silence, staring at the disaster. 2 thoughts crossed my mind. 1. Wow, he learned nothing. 2. Time to start again. But this time? Oh, I've grown. I've matured. I've evolved. My pettiness leveled up. 9. Round 2 begins with new tricks. Let's just say, if he wants to live like a pig, I will be the farmer who teaches him discipline. The toothbrush and face cloth will return, but with upgrades, new tactics, more psychological pressure. Because if he refuses to grow up, I'll raise him like a toddler through carefully crafted consequences. And trust me, this time he will learn.